DTF? Show me yourself. You've hooked up with my friends, why won't you hook up with me? Don't be a prude. I've heard you're a slut. Come on, baby, for me? I know what you've done with other guys. I've heard you're a slut. No one can ever know what happened. I'd be ruined. Sorry I told the world. It never happened. We never happened. To fully understand the depths of a man's harsh remarks on women, we must travel back in time. 400 years ago, men had the power. We lived in a misogynistic society where power equaled physical strength. Therefore, women had nothing because they weren't considered physically strong. This then transferred to their legal and human rights. Then the idea of humanism got involved, meaning affirming the dignity of each human being, supporting the maximization of individual liberty and opportunity, standing for human rights and social justice. Individualism started to matter, and certain parts of the world transferred into a modern industrial democratic society, leading to many civil movements, such as suffrage, civil rights, and the banning of slavery, and so on. The world started to progress. The use of gendered insults undercuts the idea of this progression and individualism. The normalization of these words in a younger generation can stunt the growth of societies in a very harmful and detrimental way. Now, before I continue, I want to say this is not a reflection of gender. This is a reflection of aspects of society in which these words are normalized and used on a daily basis. I'm not saying that all young boys act like this, and I'm not saying that all young girls have had this experience. This is just my own and that of some girls. I'm a 17-year-old girl who goes to Littleton High School. I've grown up surrounded by a family who accepts me for every part of who I am. As a teenager, this has allowed me to explore many things, including my sexuality. I'm comfortable with the woman that I have become and the people that I have been intimate with. This is something that I have no shame about. I'm proud of my experiences because they've given me a platform to grow, a platform to understand the world and myself much better. However, along my path, I have encountered many people who believe I should be ashamed of the power that I have found within this beautiful act. They believe I am nothing more than the number that is attached to my reputation. I am nothing more than a girl wearing a short skirt who is probably the last in her class. These are common stereotypes and stigmas that can truly be so harmful to a young girl's mind. At the beginning of this talk, I spoke some words that have been said to me and my friends by high school boys. Every one of those sayings has either been sent or spoken to us over multiple social media platforms. This type of language is seen everywhere. According to the National Education Union, over a third of girls in mixed-sex schools said that they have personally experienced some form of sexual harassment. Over a third of girls. We live in a world where social media and the internet exist, which has allowed for younger kids to be exposed to much more graphic behavior. In my opinion, this has heightened the shame and anxiety that comes with sexuality, particularly in terms of women's sexuality. For example, on the social media platform Twitter, there has been over 4.9 million gendered insults identified in 1 week. Tweets reading words such as bitch, slut, cunt, whore, and so on. These harsh and misogynistic behaviors are a reflection of a flawed society. Things like getting catcalled in the school parking lot because my ass is so fat, or getting sent obscene text messages by boys I've only spoken to once isn't okay, and it will never be okay. Here's a question. If your mother heard you call a girl a slut, what would she say? Would she tell you that she loves that she's raising a man who's learning to put women down, or would she tell you about the first time that she ever felt used and abused by the words that have trickled out of a man's mouth? I'm gonna go with the second one here, but that's just me. The point is, these words are not morally right. They give men this power over women that is just damaging. The use of these words violate basic ideas of morality, such as being kind to one another. The message I am conveying to you guys is that of the fact that we as human beings need to support each other. We need to allow for a culture where the normalization of this language isn't ultimately seen anywhere. The idea of humanism involves love, compassion, and respect. Some young men are tarnishing those basic ideals. These words have consequences, and we need to start spreading awareness about these sexist behaviors that young women are exposed to. So I urge you to look behind the mask of a young girl. Look behind the rumors and the words and the reputation. Look past the picture that she has painted for the world. To see something that is beyond surface level, seeing things that destroy every stereotype and every stigma. Instead of judging girls and harassing them with words that should be unspeakable, get to know them and see their light.
Something I love about myself. Well, I love how ambitious and driven I am. I mean, I packed up my life and moved to LA to pursue my dreams. So some may think that's pretty crazy, but I wouldn't be living my life to the fullest if I didn't. So, yeah.
Something I love about myself is that I can read people's emotions really well and understand what they're feeling in any situation, and I can help.
The fact that I'm resilient.
I love that I am able to speak 4 languages.
I love my creativity.
Something that I love about myself is that I have the ability to connect with any type of person and I can make friends really easily.
I love the way I express myself.
So one thing that I like about myself is my smile. I had braces for a couple of years and it just made them super straight and nice.
I love my eyes and I love how I'm a good listener to people.
Love my ability to talk my way out of any situation.
I am my own opinionated person.
So the thing that I love the most about myself is probably that I'm brave and that I never step down if I have decided to do something, and I'm not afraid.
We are more than a bitch or a cunt or a slut or a whore. We are human beings. My name is Hannah Stokes, and thank you for watching my TED Talk.